Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, senior economist, and here's what happened while we were away. So we have breaking news that just happened right before we went on air. 6 Houthi missiles have been fired from Yemen towards Saudi Arabia, targeting the Aba International Airport at King Khalid Air Base in Saudi Arabia. This is the first major Houthi attack since 2023. I might add on that. Comes an hour after the Houthi officials said that the Bab al-Mandab will also be closed, like the Strait of Hormuz. Obviously, we have crude moving on that significantly. That would be another waterway closed. Now, this is not confirmed that this will happen. It is coming from a Houthi source. Again, not confirmed, but that would be a major escalation in transit of crude oil. And again, Saudi Arabia is close enough that they could start bombing pipelines, which they have done in the past, and that would be the transit that they are using right now to avoid the Strait of Hormuz. So very contentious situation here. Obviously, we know earlier Trump said that the Strait of Hormuz would be opened. The U.S. will be reimbursed 20% rate for traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. That kind of initially kicked off that move in crude oil, and obviously we saw equities react on that. This one's for Nick. For a tick, yes, I am monitoring the situation. The number of tankers transiting the Strait of Hormuz fell the past day to the lowest level in 2 months. That was all of one tanker that has gone through the strait today, even though we are told that the strait is opened by the U.S. As they put that blockade back in place. We've got a lot of oil news, guys. Russia's oil output has fallen for the lowest in 2.5 years. Producers pumped an average of 8.928 million barrels a day. That's 834,000 barrels a day below Russia's level required under the agreement with OPEC and its allies. So as those facilities are getting attacked by Ukraine, that is inhibiting their ability to produce oil. Another kind of bullish news on that. Due to all of this activity, obviously we saw rates spike today. Rate traders are now close to pricing in a full rate hike by September and are pricing in 2 rate hikes by the end of March 2027, as we kind of seen this tit for tat about the strait, and as things seem to be progressively worse as the day goes on. We'll see. We had the EIA SPR numbers out today. The reserve fell another 3 million barrels to the lowest level in 1983. We are getting closer to tank bottoms, or usable tank bottoms. We're about 15 million barrels away from that after this release. The U.S. still says that they have another 100 million barrels to release out of this strategic reserve. We'll see if that is possible or not. But another warning sign we have. And then we had Waller. He had pre-prepared remarks that he was speaking at an event today. In his remarks, he said that inflation has expanded beyond often cited drivers such as energy price spikes and tariffs. Rather, he cited other factors, particularly artificial intelligence, as the root cause for why price increases have held stubbornly above the Fed's 2% target. He also warned the desire to avoid past mistakes is often the author of new ones. I am cognizant of the mistakes we made in 2021 by not responding sooner to the high inflation we deserve, and I am determined to avoid repeating that. He said if we get another hot reading on core inflation this week, the Fed will have to consider tightening monetary policy in the near term. He was talking obviously about the FOMC meeting at the end of this month. Obviously, that pushed up yields and equities down. So very hawkish comments we got from Waller on top of everything else today. So lots of moving parts. Again, keep in mind the correlation. The faster that bonds move, the more impacted that the equity markets are. And obviously with crude oil spiking, that is going to lead to selling pressure in the 10-year with yields spiking. So all of that is in play today. That tape is 100% in play today. So stay nimble out there. And with that, I'll hand it to Jim for an Edge Report.
All right, well, let's talk about Treasury bonds. Maybe we are going to have a rate hike in July. It's getting close to 50% on the CME FedWatch tool, by the way. Daily candle right now, you can see the final candle here on the board is a red candle, no shadow at the bottom of this candle. We're continuing to sell off. We're at 110 in 20, 30 seconds right now. And for the reasons Tracy mentioned, I mean, the market's pricing in a more hawkish Fed. Crude oil is surging, reviving inflation fears. Inflation effect is overwhelming flight to quality. And you can see that sell-off started really at this peak high up here that we saw June 25th for the latest leg down. Now, we've had, a lot of leg down from that 119 handle, that calendar year high at 119.06, which happened when the war started. And then it was just a pretty nice sell-off here. So we do have a nice bottom as well that we could target down here. We have this tweezer bottom down here back on the 19th of May, and that's approximately 109.26, and that's just a little bit below prior year low, just kind of curiously at 110.01, and current year is at 109.16. So there is a lot of targets, macro targets here on the downside for the 30-year Treasury bond. And look at RSI. I mean, this thing is just aggressively sloping from almost 70 all the way down to almost 30. We'll see how long it takes us to get to 30 or below. But right now, that's trending way, way down. Intraday, just taking a peek here again, we lost VWAP in the rearview mirror right after the U.S. initial balance. We were sideways before that, other than we had this big gap. Gaps galore today, by the way. But we did have a gap down here overnight on the Globex Open. But then we kind of recovered and kind of went sideways, which was kind of curious. And now we kind of are heading down here to that 0 DTE put support. This is the most important level on the chart right now, 110 and 1630 seconds. If we close here or around here, it will increase my bearish feeling here for this market. So 30-year Treasury bonds are hitting rock bottom and still digging. Let's shoot over to crude oil right now and see what's going on there. It's been a crazy big green candle today for crude. Let's let the data populate here. We have another gap up here we'll show in a second. But right now, we're above previous week's high, 76.80, and previous year's highs, 80.77. These are levels courtesy of Selma, by the way. Selma, thank you for this stuff. But we are kind of driving up right here. From a retracement point of view, we're still not doing anything crazy, retracing back up. But today was a kind of a breakout to the upside. And when I say breakout, here's the level I look at when I'm like, all right, this consolidation is broken out. This is the previous high close right here. So this was a few sessions ago. This was at 73.60, and we didn't close above there since all the way back here, since the June 22nd. So don't let the candle bodies fool you. You could look at the opens, the closes on these candles, and they're super important. So we broke out above that right now, and almost certainly we're going to close above it, right? It would take some kind of miracle not to. So this is also, look at this, look at the RSI. RSI is like blasting off, unlike SpaceX stocks, by the way, which is doing the opposite. We won't talk about that right now. But crude oil is looking super, super strong right now. Intraday, there's that gap down here on the Globex Open. We tried to fill it, but we didn't. We got down to R1, kind of held a support, 72.86. That kind of defines the bottom of the conversation. Let me open this up a little bit more. And then we just caught this bid, man, during the U.S. initial balance. Man, buyers came back in, had a little bit of a rest that next half hour. Maybe people went out and got breakfast or some cappuccino or something. And then, boom, we kept rocking all the way up. And look at this giant candle here. Clearly news bomb-driven market, no pun intended. Call resistance, forget about it. $76, we blew through that. What's next? We blew through our three. There isn't any kind of regular targets up here anymore. This is how far we've moved. As Tracy pointed out, we're up 70. We're up almost 9% on WTI crude right now, which is a pretty high number. Um, Again, look at this. We're trading at the session highs. There's really zero retracement in sight right now in this market. So I am looking, again, super bullish right here. These two markets, bonds and crude oil, as Anthony Crudele pointed out this morning, are really important to look at when you have these big moves in opposite directions, which you would expect on a day like today, being a drag on equity markets. And Tracy just said it as well. And of course, equity markets are down, depending on which one you're looking at, over 1% to over 0.5%. So big down day, potentially still in the offs this afternoon. That's this afternoon. That's this afternoon's Edge Report. We are ready for the main event to trade the close. We have Joey, Leo, and Jack with us this afternoon. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
How's it going?
Hey,
Good afternoon.
How are we doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How are you? How are you guys doing? More importantly, how's the weekend? Everybody good?
Weekend was
Great.
good.
I was hoping for a better Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the easiest money of all time on Kelce. I mean, I had a rough Kelce weekend. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bragging about my ROI, but that fight was easy.
Yeah. What's crazy is I was desperately trying to stay awake. I was dead ass tired and I fell asleep right before it started and then like randomly woke up like 15 minutes later and I was like, oh shit, I missed the fight. And then it was like, I didn't miss anything.
No. The earlier fights were good though. So, and it also corresponded with the exact end of the England World Cup game.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost same time. Crazy. I was at a bar watching it. You guys should not be surprised at that. It was good.
Not surprised at all, Jim.
Jack, you're not. Are you traveling somewhere? You got a new office space? What's happening there?
Yeah, I am currently at my parents' home in Wisconsin, spending a few days up here. So I'm in my dad's basement. I'm in my mom and dad's basement today right now, and that's what's going on. So I'm in Wisconsin to teach my daughter how to fish this week. So that's on my agenda. On top of trading, took a couple trading related. I did my best two trades so far this morning have been, of course, CL to the upside, and those targets have all been hit.
Well, let's pop up some charts for Jack. Let's see what you got cooking.
Yeah, I can talk about my weekend too, but yeah, let's get into the market. So, the scanner I've been showing here, I went into this morning and I was looking at, so I have an RTH and then I also have the full session here. And this morning, the full session had oil up the most on my scan. So that's usually the first market I like to go to for my trend bias. During the RTH session, it's up even more, and that measures the 9:30 open till current time. So 64% of the day of the RTH session that I measure. I know oil doesn't open at like the same time as the indexes or close the same time, but that's just how I measure it. Anyway, took two trades that alongside in CL. And that's been the big mover to the upside. I'm going to continue to pay attention to that. I do have a limit below at 76.70. Which, at this point in time, we were trading that, less than an hour ago. Now we're up over $1 from that level. I'm going to continue to look for pullbacks in CL. I do think this is the beginning of a potentially bigger move back to 90. So until price tells me otherwise, I'm going to be buying pullbacks and short the indexes. Targets down here at new lows. Once those get completed, I'm not sure I'm looking for a continuation of another new short. I'm probably just going to back off and sit on my hands for a moment for the indexes. And then I got a limit up above us in gold, looking for an entry or retest the breakdown area at 40.16. And that's what I got. So I got two markets I'm in, two markets I'm limiting, and waiting around.
All right. Joey, before we get into your charts, man, you're not buying this whole I injured my knee walking out to the ring, are you?
No, and to be honest, I don't think he was injured before. And the reason why I say that is because if you're coming into a UFC fight like that, especially of that magnitude, if you have an injured knee, I don't necessarily think you're coming out full blown throwing kicks the way he did. I think he's probably going to try to protect that leg. So I personally don't think he was injured before. But who really knows?
Well, that's a damn good observation. Excuse my French.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't make sense, right? I mean, if you know that you're injured, if your leg is already injured, and you have a pretty significant injury of that sort, I mean, why would you come out guns blazing like that? And why wouldn't you want to protect your knee to give
Because he
yourself?
wants to make it look like he got injured in the fight.
Dude, if I had a $30 million guarantee against Max Holloway, I would fall down immediately.
Yeah. I'll just tap out right then.
Anyway, so Joey, what are you thinking about this afternoon's trade?
Yeah, I'm watching Nasdaq down here at IB low. It's been honestly for IB trades, trading the initial balance here. It's been a pretty good day. We've had a move up to IB high. We've had a double break on Nasdaq first off today. We've broken IB high. We had some good IB mid retracements and holds there. Now we've pretty much sunk all the way down to IB low, where we've kind of been teetering a little bit. We have some wicks down below IB low. I have taken a couple of longs from these wicks. I actually just got out of one long. It didn't really give me the juice that I wanted behind it. But before we got on live here, I was long from this IB low failure here, and just trying to see if we can get a move back up. But now we are still kind of teetering IB low. It wouldn't surprise me to see if we do have some more down movement at this point, just because there's no follow through to the upside. Every time we try to catch a bounce, we are weak on the day. So I would anticipate maybe us going down and make a new low a day, and then see what happens after that.
Got it. Awesome, man. All right. Leo, what are you thinking, man? Other than you're getting ready to get in the hot tub after the stream, man. I get that.
I wish.
Yeah.
It's
Do
we're
you
just
have
kind of
water in it
lingering.
yet or no? Is it filled
Wait,
up
what?
yet?
Yeah,
Is
it's
water-
filled up. Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Mhm.
right. All right. Sorry to interrupt. I was just seeing where you're at, man.
Yeah, we're just kind of lingering down here. I don't really have a great reason to get long. I don't have a great reason to get short. So we're just gonna have to see what we get here into end of day. I think one scenario that I would probably favor is if we do make a new low day, look for some type of reversionary trade back into this range, because although it is weak, the sellers don't also like there's sell pressure, but there's not like aggressive like sell it like you mean it type of activity here. So I think like a new low would be success for a lot of sellers, and we might find some buyers here at the end of day. But we'll see if we get a look like that.
Got it. T-Mac Trade in the chat says, this is a Linda Raschke quote. Last hour often tells the truth about how strong a trend truly is. Smart money shows their hand in the last hour, continuing to mark positions in their favor. So we'll see what happens in this last hour.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even really call today a trend day. I mean, we are going down, but it's not a major trend.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. News driven.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Couple quick announcements. First and foremost, Wednesday, 4 p.m. East Coast time, retail therapy session with the one and only Jared Tendler. There's that good-looking young man. He's going to be spending an hour with a couple of traders, and they're going to be talking about some of the impediments that they face, and he's going to coach us through those. There'll be a little bit of a Q&A at the end, too. If you guys could pop into the chat, that'll be awesome. That is Wednesday at 4 p.m., 4 to 5 p.m. East Coast time, special event. The other thing that I just wanted to remind everybody of, we'll talk more about it over the next couple of days, is we do have another Develop Your Edge episode 4 p.m. on Thursday, and that is going to be with Nick for a Tick. So 4 to 5, Nick for a Tick, Develop Your Edge. It's going to be awesome. We'll also take some questions as we go. So looking forward to that special event. So a lot of stuff going on here on a Wednesday. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for the subscriptions, the thumbs up. Super important to me. Love you for it. Thank you very much. Best community I've been involved with. I'm going to wish these guys the best possible luck on their trades, and dip into the chat.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
All right.
What's up, fellas?
Another day, another dollar.
We are just flying here. I like the new studio, Leo. I haven't seen you in a minute.
The new studio?
Yeah.
You should give it a name.
Last time I think last time we were on stream together, you were setting everything up. You had like your mic in your hand. Like,
yeah, I was like holding the microphone.
Yeah. Bob.
We're about to get a new low a day, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like.
They let Jim go and then the market tanked.
That's all we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got my mom screaming at me to go get my daughter. I'm like, Mom, I am on a stream right now.
Oh, I didn't know you had little ones.
Yeah, I got a daughter.
How old is she?
2.5.
Oh,
Yeah. So apparently she just woke up from her nap. I'm like, she is. Yeah, I'm gonna take her fishing.
Let's go.
There you go.
Joey got me inspired. I usually go fishing. She's like just old enough to understand what her fish is. I hope I don't gut one by sending the hook deep in its mouth because she's not gonna like to see that. But
We had a bit of a breakthrough today with one of our young ones. He's got a peanut and egg allergy, and it's been a battle, a long-term battle here. He's 6, but he's about to be 7. And this morning he was able to do what's called a baked egg challenge, and he passed. So that means he can now start to consume things that have baked eggs, like cupcakes, cookies,
Nice.
just starting to get into that, and then we'll see if that can progress into raw eggs, and we could be totally clear of that allergy. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's got to be refreshing, just because I know how serious at least a peanut allergy can be, and like I'm sure the worry that you would have for that, like
Yeah,
just so many things are like baked in,
yeah.
all that
So
stuff.
yeah, he can actually have real cupcakes now and not the vegan ones that he has to eat.
Let's go.
That is a big W.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a big W. He's going to be really happy about the taste of some of this food that he's been eating. And he's like, oh my God, this is so much better.
How young was he when you discovered he was allergic? Was it like a test that you did?
Yeah,
or was
he infant when he was 6 months old. They tell you nowadays, like, you introduce some of these allergen type foods earlier and earlier. And so I think we had given him egg when he was pretty young, maybe 8 months, 7 months old, and he had an immediate reaction to it. Just had broke out in hives, itchy, all that stuff. So then we took him to test, and then we discovered he also had a peanut allergy. Now his peanut allergy is severe. They won't even allow him to test on that. So we still have to go around, with the EpiPen everywhere we go and all that good stuff. But it'll be nice.
Yeah,
for sure. That's a tough one, but happy to hear that.
Who left Leo here alone?
Leo
I feel like
alone?
there's more people here.
I do like the hat too. You got the new hat, the Unk hat?
Yeah, everyone's calling me Unk. They're asking me how many more days do I have left in my trading career. Am I gonna, retire? Call me old. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna wear an Unk hat.
Just own it.
Yeah.
let's go. How many one of those two?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're old enough, Joey. I don't know if you're old enough.
You don't think I'm old enough?
Got to be at least 42.
Older than me? Joey, what are you, 35?
I'm 36.
Oh, you're my age.
You guys are young. You're still kids.
Yeah, we're not.
What are you like? Are you like 50 or something, Leo? Like, how
42.
old are you?
I'm 42.
Oh gosh,
still young, Leo. 42 is still young.
When's the last time you had your colon checked? Listen, I'm not going to disclose medical information to you, strangers on the internet.
Wait, you guys do that medically?
All right, let's not turn this into a triple X-rated show.
So you saw my wife trading the other day? Yeah, that was fun.
Wait, she trades?
No, we had a little YouTube video of her trading an account. The little challenge thing is
Did
if she into green, she gets to go on a, which I take in chat before I say this, I take her on dates anyways, but if she was green, she gets to go on a date to like one of our best, our favorite steakhouses here. And so she into green.
So you're
wife?
taking
Your
her to a
wife?
steakhouse?
You
I'm
making
sorry,
her
what?
earn that steak. Wait, this is your wife you're making trade for what?
Yeah.
You're making her
Yeah.
trade so she can eat. I like
Yeah.
that.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you got green,
she has to make the money to go for us to go on the date. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It'll show her how stressed out you are all day.
Yeah.
Why? Now she'll understand.
Oh my God, the cutest picture just came across my phone. So of all this, he was let's see, rewarded with a trip to the mall for all this egg challenge stuff. So my wife just sent me this picture. I'll see if I can get it in the screen. It's a Lego bag. I don't even know what they got.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Lego
Yeah,
score.
dude, this kid is Legos galore.
That's a great toy to be into as a kid. I think just building stuff. I used to love Lego.
Dude, he gets to do hours of just putting stuff together.
What's that span? I think I just saw that they did the most piece Lego. It's that Spanish church that just got completed. They came out with a Lego set for that. It's like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I mean, imagine. I don't know how many pieces it was, but I think I read it was like the most pieces they've ever released. Hopefully, it doesn't take you 100 years to complete, though. Like that church did. But yeah, I was in and out of CL twice. I mean, anytime we get like such an extended move like this, I'm typically no longer in the trade unless I'm anticipating, that big of a blow off. Just because I mean, out of the last high we broke out of, the oil's up $3 basically. So I'm usually not, unless I'm just holding to the end of the day for a bigger move. My final target up here in CL though that I would have on any charting basis that I do just got hit at 78.20.21. We pushed through that level. High right now is 78.45, but my next limit below is 76.84 for CL. And we'll see that. I do think that could come into play here today. There's enough volatility in this market.
Need to get you that low a day on NASDAQ for your short.
I know, dude. I've taken a third off, but man, just like I'm going to start moving these stops down. Just like sitting, waiting for a pretty long time. That entry was pretty good. I mean, I entered that trade right at the 110 pop. I think I entered, or no, maybe I was at the 1250 pop, and then the 110 pop kind of retested that level. I actually don't remember what time I entered, but it's been, we've stayed below this level, so I've had no reason to take the remainder of my position off. I took a third off after I think it's like 40 points. I took a third off, and I'm just holding that remainder for that new low. It does look like we're finally going to get it here soon. We're just pushing on lows.
I think going to give it up here eventually. I mean, it's come down quite a bit and tested that 468, 469 level low a day, sitting at, what was that, 460, 460? I think it is. Yeah. 460. So we're close. Just one little shove. I think it'll give it to you there.
Yep. Let me move. I just realized they were on the left side of my screen. Just moving them over into the view here for the viewers. You guys can see my targets and stuff. Move this stop down on the ES here.
those 470s are just brutal.
Somebody's hanging on to it, which makes me wonder if she gets lost. How far are we going? I mean, on a higher time frame, dude, I got targets down at 28,400. If we really start crashing through the lows of last week, like we could actually be going back into a deeper pullback scenario. This on the daily chart, we've been going nowhere for a while, and taking out last week's swing low this week would not surprise me. And then just kind of retesting those lows from.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that either.
Yeah. I mean, this bar is just down all day. I agree with you. It's like not really. We're not getting one of those like hard trending days.
There you go.
But like, we just haven't really been able to take out any swing highs. It's like the bulls are still trying to buy this, but they're not getting anywhere with it.
No,
it's like they're just defending, but they're not really pushing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that low a day break.
Yeah, I'm watching here.
Yeah, we've had, I mean, Friday, everybody was aware of the jammer candle. I got caught up in that. I know that was frustrating for a lot of people, but we almost had one this morning, and now we're going to be approaching that low here, or in the ES at least. We're already through it in the NASDAQ.
All right, I jumped in here at 62. Might be a little early, but
might be a little early taking this off here, but I've been in it long enough. But yeah, the ES is that jammer candle we had Friday at 10:30. That low was 75.52, so it's in another 10 points. NASDAQ's well through it.
Yeah,
that low is like, I don't know.
Did they start lifting? They're starting to lift here a little bit. Starting to see a bit of a response. There we go.
I'm trying to shred this thing back up here.
Yeah.
Taking low a day back above IB low.
All right, I'm going to take F off here for 35 points.
Very fast reaction to that entry.
If you look at the prior action, I mean, we've been getting these aggressive bounces that just get sold. So I'm pretty aggressive on some of these take profits so that if and when it does come back down, I can just take my stop and still have profit from in the trade. And I think, a lot of people might try that same trade and try to hold the whole position because they know, the risk reward is obviously much greater. Like this thing can rally easily at 200 points from here.
Yeah, it could.
And so they're trying to catch that whole move.
I am long from 89, by the way.
89. Nice. I like the response, though. I mean, we took out the low. Some buyers really started to lift. So we'll see. I think we just want to break some of these local highs here.
I like the idea of making new low a day and then getting back above IB low. That's a pretty good long for my playbook. Worth a stab. If we can get to 510, I'll take half off if we can get up there. I don't like seeing us come back down below IB low. I want to stay above IB low.
Am I hedging Jack? No. Pretty sure that would be against the CME rules if we were group trading together.
Yeah, I also think it'd be possible. But that's just, there's two sides of the market, and I can sit here short and make money, and he can get in long and make money. I mean, that's the reality of this market, especially with this range. We just bounced 30 points immediately upon his entry. And, my entry is from 10 o'clock this morning or 11 o'clock this morning. So just because one of us is in a position doesn't mean money can't be made to the other side.
100%. I have a limit up at 509 to take half of my position off here. If we can get up there.
Oil's coming down out of that high here. That's another thing. On that last push up, these indexes really didn't respond lower in oil, which is concerning for my short. But
What's funny about the SpaceX thing is that everyone I've talked to that's not involved in trading, like family, friends, my electrician yesterday, they all ask me, did you get some SpaceX? I'm like, no, I will wait until, price is more, is a better price. It's like, I'm not going to buy it when it's so expensive.
I
And
get that question every day.
look at me with that dumb face, like, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, well, I just bought it to buy it. It's like, I guess that makes a market.
yeah, it's kind of amazing how many people don't understand the difference between the price of a stock and the market cap of a stock.
Yeah.
It's like they can't. I don't know. Anytime I see like market cap, what was that? What's the market cap of that thing? Oh, it's 1 trillion something.
I
Or
don't
it got
even
up to like
know.
2 trillion. It was like at two. Wasn't it at 2 trillion? Like it's like I'm sorry, I'm not buying a $2 trillion market cap, regardless of what the outlook is. Like there's enough volatility in the market for that thing to pull back 50% over the next year and still, be doing the same exact numbers. Okay, so yeah, it got up to 1.8 trillion, says trade according to Trading View and Tom Dog, but I'm good on that, bro.
Or buyers just can't make anything out of this, can they?
Yeah. I mean, we've been in this little low end of this range since like
Yeah. It stopped
for two
literally
hours.
it stopped a point
From
before
your TP.
my first TP. Yeah.
That's how it is.
That's just brutal.
We've all been there before.
Oh yeah.
Why do we need to buy stocks if Elon says we won't needed money in 10 years? I mean, if you're all going to Mars, I don't know. Are you going to own stock in Mars? You're going to use SpaceX to leave your Earth. What do you need stocks for? I don't know. Anybody have a laser correction?
No, I
No.
do not.
Me either.
Thinking about
You,
pulling the trigger finally.
what is it? You can't. What is it called? Nearsighted though. You can see close but not far. Is that the type?
No, I can't see far.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just the one or two horror stories I've heard about that makes me scared of it. I can't see
That's
very
the
well.
thing. I also hate that type of shit.
Dude, like, I'm not even gonna bring some of them up, but you're just like, oh, I'll wear the glasses when I need to. Like, if I'm golfing, I need glasses. Technically, when I'm night driving, I need
Oh, like
glasses.
Jack, if I take out my contacts, I can literally not see.
Oh, yeah,
It's
it's
pretty
not that
bad.
bad. That would definitely make me want to consider it more than if it's something you're dealing with on a daily. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have that issue.
Okay, I got half off on that
There you go.
position. I'm probably gonna move. I know it's a pretty tight break even. It just makes sense to do it. So I'm gonna move my final five to break even, which is at 487 there. We get a little bit more of a push up, awesome. But we've been hanging out down here for so long that I just want to reduce my risk on this.
No, I like it.
That's a smart move for
I'm getting
sure.
ready to trim a little more here if we get another 5 or 10 point push.
YM was reacting really well this morning. I haven't looked at it since really, but if we do turn around back to the upside, I'm going to be probably looking long in that market. I mean, you got divergence there between the indexes with a new low and the NASDAQ, no new low in the ES.
Trying to get a good push here. See if we can get up to those 30s.
All right, I took 2 more off, so I've got 4 left. Do you like put your TP in a high volume areas or low volume areas? I'm manually TP, so I don't really usually have TPs just hanging out on the chart. but I would target those areas for sure. This for me is just more of like a mechanical, like I usually take 30, 35 for my first one, sometimes 20, just depends on the trade. And we hit 50, so I took another partial. And now I'm looking for at least overnight low. So this is more of like a market generated type level versus a volume based level. Because if you look at the profile here, there's really no big, standout LVN or HVN. So there's really nothing to go on from this standpoint. So just like mechanical, take profits, and then I'm looking for structural overnight low, even up to this these 83s. It's kind of a big distribution up here. It's where the V range is. So I would look for that, for a couple of runners. So if we get the overnight low, I'll take that for 2, and then I'll leave 2 on. I'm so happy I'm not being watched.
Joey can't catch a fish, but he snagged that trade. Hater.
Have you actually shown proof that you can catch a fish?
Yeah, I've shown proof.
I don't know.
But then
I've only seen
moment
pictures.
The moment I show proof, it's claimed to be AI. I don't know.
I've only seen pictures. I've never seen video of you actually fishing.
They're just screenshots. They're just screenshots of Joey's.
He probably doesn't even fish. His boat is fake.
I have an AI boat. Yeah.
Proof of life from Joey fishing. I know Joey tells me some of his fishing setups. I believe him. I'm a believer.
There you go.
He could be LARPing as a fisherman, Jack. He could know everything.
He could. He could.
LARPing.
I mean, we all spend enough time on our computers to watch anything on YouTube and figure out and learn how to talk about it. Like, I just feel like I know so much about so many random things because I'm at my desk all day and I'm just like reading, whether it's like Twitter or like YouTube, waiting for a trade setup. Like there's like deep diving on the internet, just getting yourself entertained. That's why, I mean, you said you were ordering a bunch of stuff from Home Depot. Are you pretty good at fixing things, Leo?
I mean, I'm not, but I can do a few things.
Enough to have some status with Lowe's.
Okay. Don't status shame me.
It's not I don't think it's a bad thing to have status with Lowe's. It's
what I was telling Joey and Jack before we got on stream is that I'm trying to get a part delivered here to fix something. And I was like, I've spent enough money with Lowe's that nowadays I can just order as long as it's before 2 p.m. and get it delivered the same day for free. It's like you have to be like a certain member level or something stupid. I think it's just based on how much money you spend.
Like a frequent flyer, basically.
A frequent flyer. Which is nice because I don't want to go all the way to the store just for a little electrical connector that I need.
Oh, you can connect electronics? Like are you messing with hot lines?
Okay, so
handy. I said it's pretty handy.
There's in our hot tub that we just were putting in, I'm not an electrician, but I had an electrician come wire it up, and the circuit board apparently is missing a jumper from one pin to another. So I just need a little jumper spade connector thing to make that jump.
Okay.
That's it.
Mia, would you say that the ATR is high, we get more whippy rotational action? So like I look more at, like, I'll show you like the CL chart, this yellow code. This is actually the code I dropped in my edge segment when, oil's expanding. So what this yellow code is printing is every time the ATR is 50% or greater above average. And you can see, CL has multiple bars where we have that larger ATRs. But if you look at the indexes, there's not a single one here. So I think more, at least like since open, the last time we had one was at 10:15. So since 10:15, There hasn't been a single 50% increase in the average true range. So I don't really think that's more that we're like whippy. It's just a consolidation, which I mean, it just kind of depends on how you define whippy. I don't really think this is whippy. It's just a consolidation, and the ATRs are not that high right now, but in my opinion.
No. No, ATR on the 5-minute for NASDAQ, I show at 37, which is pretty low.
Yeah.
If you like compare it to what we've been getting, you know, as of lately, the 60, 70, 80 point ATRs.
Yeah. I think in cases like this where we're, you just like those entries that Leo and Joey just took, they got to be on the outer edges of the ranges. Anything mid range here is going to be a painful entry.
Yeah, very much.
So you either trade the edges of the range, wait till we're outside of the range, or don't trade at all.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to know what the ATRs are, you can look at my screen. Now, I multiply them by 50%, and that gives me this number at the top of my screen, if you can read it. I also, that code was in my Develop the Edge segment. I can get you guys that code too if you're interested. It just plots it right on your NinjaTrader and tells you what the ATR is on whatever product you're using and whatever time frame you're looking at. So if you switch time frames, the ATR will change that time frame as well. But I am about to just get out of this ES though. The thing is, I took a third off and basically right at my entry. Kind of running out of patience here.
Thanks for the trade. Joined you out now. Question is, this high probability reversal event typically make new lows in reverse? It just depends on the day type. I think I described when we got on, it wasn't really a strong trend. So a new low would be like a success for sellers, like intraday. So like some type of reversion trade off of that was it. That was the idea behind the trade setup. Now, if it's a trend day, and we're just making new lows, then I wouldn't take a trade like this. So it just kind of depends on the day type.
Starting to try to get a little bit more of a push here.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see us get above these 30s. If we get above 30s, I'll start trailing my final 5 up. My final contracts left. I want to see it get above 30s. What I will do is I'm actually going to take 3 off just to secure, because again, we are very much back and forth. And then just move the final 2 contracts at 500, which is slightly in profit. And if it gets tapped out of 500, then I'll just get out of the trade. I've been in this for a long time, and I'm just not, it's giving me some upside, but it's still not giving me the juice that I want. And I really don't want to have the rest of my contracts on and then it come back down to break even after being in it for this long. So I just secured a little bit more, and then we'll see if these final 2 contracts want to just run. And if they get tapped, that's totally fine.
Coming into the last hour and 5 minutes.
sideways chop for the rest of the day. It's definitely possible.
It does look like gold's made a bottom here. I might attempt a long there.
I'm going to trim this down to 2. He got up to those 520s and just gave up. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give up with them. Gold's
Yeah,
found a
I
bottom, you think?
I couldn't justify holding the rest of those contracts, at least the full half of them, just because we're just not getting that steam. All right, so my final 2 runners are tapped out at 500, so we're out of that trade.
Nice trade.
Good job, Joe. Good job out of you.
Let's go.
Wait till I give my money right.
There you go.
I was waiting for that drop.
I really was too. I was really hoping they were going to let it play a little longer.
Keep forgetting that they can't. You can't tell me nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, the especially like, I mean, that's great management here. The last thing you want to do is like too much over management, like get in, get out, get in, get out in this type of action.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, great entry location and just like take it for what it's worth. I think it's probably been 25 minutes since you guys have both entered, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take what you can get. And then GTFO.
Play the hand you're dealt.
Exactly. I mean, these trades too are kind of like all icing on the cake because I'm pretty green from this morning. So I'm really not trying to hit home run trades. So anything that I really take from here is kind of just that icing on the cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Amar, you can DM me on Twitter. It'll be a snooze fest. Decent. I mean, I think the week is gonna really pick up tomorrow. Today is no surprise that this close is gonna be so slow.
I mean, no real news today, and the big news is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm honestly I really wasn't expecting us to do just even what we did today, to be honest.
Yeah, I was glad that we were moving in oil because I was really, I mean, I bought that first pullback around 10 o'clock before we got that news candle up at 10:15. And then I bought again that next low at 10:45. So I had like 2 great trades. I mean, I didn't hold them for that huge kicker of a move all the way up here, but I was happy to be able to take advantage of, what was the bigger move this morning. And I do think, oil's back on the table of being a great trade. So for those of you guys who trade multiple markets, keep an eye on it.
Back in play.
Yeah, back in play. It was it was like a week or two ago. I mentioned it would over the last 20 days, like a week or two ago, oil was down 24% off of its high, which was actually one of the hardest. They're the biggest moves percentage wise across all of the different futures contracts. And now over the last 20 days, we're down about 8%. So. huge move from mid 60s all the way up to high 70s in a very short period of time. When it moves, it moves. All right, rolling over here. And these indexes are not able, 25-minute rally off the low, and then just stall. There's no problem. Looking. All right, give me a new low now. Oh, are you still in your position, Leo?
Yeah.
Breaking back below I below there.
Yeah, it might get a new low.
Yeah. That's what it's looking like.
I hope it does. I hate to say it, but I've been in this trade a pretty long time. Definitely going to start moving my stop down again now above that most recent high, previous swing high there in NASDAQ. Just moved it down, locked in 30 points. Going to move that ES down above that most recent swing high.
Hmm. We are getting into the last hour here. We could just consolidate here the rest of the day.
Yep. Yeah, we're into like the last 15 minutes, and then go one way. Who knows? I mean, there's really not. For new entries, I don't know, tough spot to be. At least in this range, I'd kind of like to see us extend out.
Speaking of buying things from Home Depot, I actually have to run to Lowe's today. I'm insulating my garage door. I'm turning my garage, have turned my garage into my office. So I'm no longer I'm not inside the house. My garage is now my office. Which background, you wouldn't be able to tell that, but been working on that all weekend.
Joey, the Google was started in a garage, so you may be onto something.
Yeah.
I'm actually in a converted garage as well right now that you mention it.
I have an AC unit out here that keeps my garage nice and cool. I walked out here this morning. It was 66 in my garage. During the hot point, during the hot point of the day during noon, it rises a little bit. It gets to 74 in here, but usually it stays around 74. So I'm just gonna get some insulation for the garage door. That way my unit doesn't have to work overtime keeping this place cool.
Pretty hot. This is going to be one of the hottest weekends for Chicago, or weeks. We're pushing upper 90s this week. So
Yeah.
I will be jumping in the water after this market closes.
I think we're supposed to be 94 tomorrow, I think, here.
I dig it. I dig it. Bring on the heat. I get it. I get enough cold weather.
I've always thought about converting my garage job. Was what capital would someone need to do this kind of DIY? I mean, not much, really. I mean, it just kind of depends on what you want to do with it. I haven't put that much money into it. The only thing I really bought was like I bought some like decor stuff for behind me. And then the AC unit that I have in here, I mean, it's not anything special. It was like $400. It just runs a hose from the AC unit to the outside and blows all the hot air out and cools off my garage. I would say you probably need something to help you regulate temperature. And then I don't know if you need like insulation and stuff. It also depends if you want to wall off anything. If you wanted to wall off a part of garage, that'd be a little bit extra. But I mean, I think total between the stuff that I bought, I want to say I spent like maybe 1,000, if that. The humidity, yeah, the humidity will get you.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
I can take heat. It's the humidity that comes with heat is really annoying. Like 90 degrees and 40% humidity is fine, but 90 degrees and like 75% humidity is the worst.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, it's the humidity that will kill you. Do you do all your analysis and trade ideas in the volume charts? So I like higher time frame. I'll look at would be like a 60-minute chart. And that's pretty much it. So just I use a 60-minute time frame for that higher time frame look, and then everything else is volume based. So 60-minute daytime. That's it for me.
Just one candle up, one candle down.
Seriously.
This is like I remember being like when I first started trading, like you get caught in this action where you're like just trying to like trade this, like you're like go long, go short, go long, go short, go long, go short, and just like getting absolutely wrecked. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever done that, like trying to.
Oh, dude, I think we all have.
I just picture myself like a long time ago just wrecking myself.
100%. Dude, I was just about to say the old me is 100% doing that right now.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and it's out of total frustration. There's no setup. You're just like one of these moves has got to go. You're long in the highs. You're short in the lows.
Yeah.
Not today.
Old me getting chopped up right now. Hard.
Yep. I mean that's the key thing about like taking partials. Like, what percent of your trade are you off of, Leo? You're off on an 80%, 70% of your trade?
Oh yeah, I was in 12 contracts. I'm in 2 now.
Yeah, so it's like all of us have taken partials, even on the positions I've had. It just like takes the heat off of making you feel like you need to force a trade, be in it. You still got a little action to keep you eager from like getting back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tracy's got more
participate in the upside if we get any.
Yep. Like sometimes when you're not in anything, even like, you had that great entry. If you weren't in it still, you probably, I don't know, maybe you feel eager to get back in. Like I know that's how I feel. Like if I'm in a great trade and I exit and it keeps going, I'm like, damn, I want to get back in. Like I should have kept a little bit in. But if you keep just that little bit in, even just one or two, 10% of your original position, it just relieves that itch and that anxiety.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Okay, so right back down. Can we go make a new low this time?
Please. I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna give another 25 minutes, and I'm taking another third off of my positions. This has been long enough. We're in the last hour here, 3:10. We got 50 minutes till close. Metalman, how do I take partials? So I have bracket orders that are automatically set based on ATRs, and I have a code that sizes me relative to that. So I take a third off at the same size as my stop, which doesn't make it a quote unquote free trade because I still have technical risk on. But that's if we go straight bracket order. So my stop will be 150% of the 5-minute ATR. My first target will be 150% of the 5-minute ATR. My second target is variable. And my third target is typically new highs or new lows within the range that I'm trading. I have moved my second target on these trades. I've actually moved down, but with that, I've moved my stop down as well. But my first target, I never move. And if I can get my first target off, let's say I go from risking, for easy math, $600 a trade, that risk after the completion of the first target, that would be a $200 first target. And then my total risk on the trade would drop from 600 to 200. Because I'm taking a third off and then, basically risking a third of my total initial risk. Here comes. We need the ES to push the new low here, though. That would really kind of.
How about not and say we did?
that could also happen. I'm just saying, if we are going to get a new low, if the Nasdaq makes another new low and the ES doesn't, I'm going to be like, because that's what we did last time.
Yeah.
Tracy keeps dropping these explosion lines. I don't know whose side she's on over here, but she dropped about 3 of them in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all right, Tracy. I'm short. Okay, I guess we're getting a speech Thursday at 9:00.
Another speech
from Trump. And Craig's comments on that is the context of the speech to the nation will determine by where
they took me out. You got a new low.
Yep, got the new low day.
ES didn't do it though.
I know. That's what I really need. Well, just without it, I mean, it's just slow. I mean,
well, that does activate my stat though, Jack.
Okay, perfect. Well, should I drag a target down?
60% probability will make a new low in the next half hour.
Okay.
So from 3:30 to 4.
Maybe I'm gonna drop a target down then, just for. I want to see the ES take out that Friday. I'm gonna drop some down on the ES here. Not too far. Might as well. Let's see. My end. I'm gonna drop my lowest target down to 360s, and then here just just in case we get interesting here in the close. Gold rolling over here now again too. But yeah, on my little trend scans here, this is what the index mix up looks like. Minimize these. And that's about as bearish as it gets. At the bottom of my screen here.
Mm-hmm.
Slow, but and once again, it's that same pattern we talked about. Where like the bulls are here, they're just not getting that push above those highs. Like we haven't had one jam bar up here all afternoon where we've taken out a swing high. But then once again, we're the bears. They're not pushing it too low either.
Yeah.
Nobody really getting aggressive.
Well, do we just slowly work our way down now until MOCs?
I don't know, but at this point, this is the type of action I like to walk away from, to be honest, even with a position on. I'm just, like don't stare at it.
There's nothing
Yeah.
to do.
There it is. So bad.
Like-
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like my eyes don't do anything for the market direction. I've tried so many times, but the longer I stare at it, it doesn't really matter. Kind of take the trade and let it play.
Yeah, we are building a bit of a node here. I mean, even on the leg to leg, you can see all this volume down here, and we're starting to see it on the day. So now we're getting a bit of separation via this low volume node. That's not separating the volume that's being put in here versus the rest of the day. So if we hold below these 70s, you could stay pretty bearish and kind of use that, this area as your out. If you wanted to get real aggressive, you could get short here against, the 80s and look, like as a scalp for new lows. It's not a trade I love to take, but it's definitely valid. Good spot tomorrow. Yeah. I agree with that.
All right, for the 619 of you watching, can we get these likes up to like 200? Can we get 30%?
Can we get some likes in the chat?
Yeah, can we do it? Get some likes. No, it's a boring session, but
I think we can get 300. We took a boring session and we still made it something. Got some trades. Jack's making money. Leo made some money. I made some money.
Mm-hmm.
we took a boring session and made money both sides.
Both directions. Yeah. We all made money. So I think that deserves likes. I do. 300 chat. We can do it.
Here we go. Once I get this target, you guys can start this.
Hey, Jude, just clicked on the like button. Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go. Jude 2109. And good jokes.
Yes. Medical advice too.
Got some DIY advice as well.
Yeah, we're gonna get we got the DIY garage set up. I know how to work the hot tub now, thanks to Leo.
Oh.
Tracy
raised the like count, chat. So now we have to do 400.
Wow. I actually, Tim Allen's daughter went to college with me, and she was moving her in like freshman year of school, like into the dorms, and like everyone's like, dude, nobody cared about going to school. We're all just like pumped that Tim Allen was in her dorm.
That's funny. I used to watch that show every episode. I feel like
that was such a good show. Is that on somewhere? I would watch it again in my free time.
I'm sure.
Yeah, let's see.
Abby disliked it and then liked it again for some motion. I like that. I like the spirit.
Let's go.
Although I don't know if you would get away with calling somebody the tool man anymore and having a positive connotation for
Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Let's see. Originally on ABC. 204 half-hour episodes.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That'll give me something to do when the market's going sideways, right?
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, I guess it... It's not a bunch of stuff.
So. Little buying activity here. Oh, responded with accordingly.
Here's that new low. All right. Funny thing is, my stop actually moved up when my target got completed in the NQ.
I was kind of wanting to buy that for a minute, but maybe late. I don't know. I want to fade that stat.
Today's the day for the fade. Could be news tomorrow.
We're getting some real selling,
buddy.
now.
I want to see. I really just want to see what happens when we liquidate that Friday low in ES, which is still a bit below us. But so I got a third off there in the NQ, and need to get this third off in the ES, and then I'll chill. Did you guys know that they released a Supergirl movie?
Supergirl.
Yeah, it's like Superman with a girl.
I'm not
not aware.
I just saw that it was a flop, which I was like, no, what? I mean, it makes sense because I haven't even heard of it. But I was like, maybe I should take my daughter to see it.
Yeah, Jess is wanting to take our daughter to see that live action Moana movie.
Moana?
Yeah, they got a live action movie out.
Huh. Not that I'm like that in tune what's going on in the movie world, but sounds like something else. Yeah, I'm sure it's not a movie I would be too enthusiastic about, but a 2.5-year-old might like it. I'm not sure though.
The Moana movie's doing terrible, really? That kind of sucks. I mean, that was a pretty popular
Back in the day,
kids movie, yeah.
Disney just isn't hitting anymore. Rotten Tomatoes has it as 90. Oh no, that's the 2016 one. Ooh. Yeah, IMDb coming in with the 5.8 out of 10.
Ouch.
Not that I watch their rankings. I'm also not enough of a movie critic. Like most times I'm just like, yeah, I'm entertained. Like whatever. I don't know enough about movies. Like there's some movies that are like great and other ones I'm just like, yeah, what else was I going to do for an hour and a half? Doom scroll.
Yeah.
Trade, I'm looking at, I'm used to staring at charts. So like most movies entertain me.
Guys, just FYI, we're at 200 likes and Tracy set the like limit at 400. So if we don't get to 400, Tracy is not letting us get off stream.
Okay. So Supergirl has child trafficking in it. So maybe I won't see it with my daughter. Yeah, probably. I guess I won't. Just a little too young to learn about that one. All right. Target hit there in CL. So I've moved down some targets with the Leo stat that Leo pointed out, just thinking that maybe we get, so I just got my final on 3 in the MES and 3 in the MNQ. Targets down another 60 points in the ES and another 60 points in the NQ and 60 points in the ES. It's a little lower here in case we get some cascading into the close, but these were kind of my initial target areas, and I'm 2/3 off and stops below my entry. So we'll just see what the market's got. Is she scared in the close? She's scared in the numbers.
She could be very scared.
She could be.
She feels scared right now.
Shiver me timbers.
She's got that scared feeling.
Well, dude, if we come in with hot CPIs tomorrow, Jim was pointing out that the Fed watch has a 50% chance of a rate hike, which I did not realize it was that high. That could be like really impactful. If
we got a contract on our house. I hope the buyer's buying our house locked in.
Ooh. Yeah. When does it close?
August 7th.
Okay. So you're a couple more weeks and you're good. Yeah. Tell them to lock in that rate. Be like, you guys need to lock in that rate. I got inside information.
I already moved. I've been waiting to sell my house.
Yeah.
It's been on the market for about 2 months. Slow market though, Yeah. Real estate's not what it was in 21.
Totally.
Not true, Josh. Don't spread lies like that. Rates on mortgages still suck. Yeah. Is it still hot in Chicago? The housing market? It's cold out here.
Yeah, like the thing is, like what was interesting about the Chicago market was the last market to peak above the '06 high out of all of the major metropolitan areas. So we never even had like a blow off top. Our commercial market is terrible, but the
Mhm.
residential market, because there's, especially for like anything that can fit a family, because basically you have like, I was talking to this girl the other day. I was like, she's a one bedroom apartment. Like, you know, one bedroom apartments people rent for like $4,000. It's actually pretty crazy. Like, pretty.
What?
Yes, yes. Like you're talking 900 square, no, like 800 square foot apartments for for 4 grand, like
That's
with
crazy.
parking.
But like
I
downtown, you're talking about like your downtown
Yeah, like
Chicago.
it's not even like in the city center. It'd be like in the more desirable areas, like neighborhoods, like something called like
But
Old
at least
Town.
close to the, the rail, right? Like the train.
Yeah, I mean, not even like close to our main train line. Like I'm pretty close to our main train line that like runs out to the suburbs. So you have more of that, like that's called like the West Loop area.
Yeah.
But like any desirable new build, like we're talking new builds in the last 4 years, that's what they're renting for in desirable areas. But that, that's not in just like the hottest area ever. I mean, you can get older buildings that are definitely less. But the thing is, so people are used to kind of those prices. So the simplest starting homes in like desirable areas. And once again, I'm not talking like the hottest, nicest, just like a place you'd like to live. The price range, because everybody's kind of starts with that same price range, like at least in Chicago, and that price range is like 800 grand
Mm.
in the housing market. So it just kind of sits there. Like there's a pretty good like floor in it, and nobody goes. And the other thing is our taxes are pretty high. Um, it also keeps like a cap on it at the same time. So there's never
Yeah.
like explosive growth to the upside.
Right. That's crazy. 4K a month for a one bed.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
The mortgage on my old house wasn't even 3,200, and that was a 4 bed, 4 bath.
Yeah. I mean, grass is very expensive where I live.
I know parking is for sure. That's what I remember about Chicago is parking was like $40 a day.
The parking spaces in my building trade at $70,000.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I mean, here's a couple people commenting who live in Chicago, like near West Burbs, 3 bed, 2 bath, 750K minimum, and that's just like base, just to live. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand it. I just sometimes I'm like, how is there this many people making like that much money? Like these are like 300 unit buildings, and like the average age of these people is probably like 32, and they're all paying 4K and up.
a little bit of a bid coming into those 400s.
Yeah.
We have 17 more minutes till MOCs.
Oil hanging out up here. Gonna still look for that limit over in the Asia session at 76.84.
Yeah, I mean, the stat says we still need to go lower. I guess technically we were trading at the lows right at the turn of the half hour, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see new lows. You're still in short?
Yep. 50 quarter, 75, 50 quarter ES target, and 29,361 for the NQ. Just going to see if we get one more of that push down into the final. Not an exciting trade, but it's worked.
I feel like all of the trades lately haven't been very exciting, but they've been, pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Fine by me. Once you start doing this long enough, you don't really care if it's exciting or not. Just bringing home the
That's
bread.
That's true. Just the excitement wears off.
Yeah. I have people that are like, do you like going to the casino? I'm like, I hate going to the casino because there's no excitement for me in going to the casino. There's just like
I love playing blackjack though,
Yeah, but you're probably good at it. Like blackjack, at least there's like edge and math involved.
Yeah.
But like or anything, like the excitement of winning on a craps table would not equal the disappointing if I lost. Like if I took like $1,000 to a craps table and lost it, I would be distraught.
You would?
Because I knew I had a negative edge.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like you have a negative edge, you're playing a negative edge. Like everything in my brain tells me not to do that. It's like
because it's a losing proposition,
Yeah. Versus like blackjack, I mean, there's ways to beat the dealer, and I think that's exciting.
What's the highest edge you can get in craps is like what, 47, 48%? Like you have a little bit of a, better than like a slot machine.
Yeah.
I don't know the real number, but I feel like it's decent. Like there's a decent amount of edge. At least enough to like keep people playing.
Yeah, keep the rolls rolling. Yeah, I mean, you can go on a hot streak.
I've been on a few for sure. If you get a hot table, man, I think one thing that if you play craps is when you get on a run, you got to press it. You really have to press in craps.
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of people, like the table's hot and they'll just like continue to like take chips off. Right, like as they win, like you got to just keep pressing those, keep pressing and press as much as you can. Obviously, timing when you cash out is difficult, but like you definitely want to press a couple of times before you just take off, your bets.
Bet more.
Baccarat's the purest flip, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you can argue that all you want, Robert. Hot table is a term used by people who don't understand probability or statistics. Okay, well, I mean, I guess you've never been at a table where, you're rolling for an hour straight without hitting 7 or 4 or whatever. 7 or 11? 7 or 11? I don't even know the numbers.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually kind of crazy, but I had a friend of mine who he was too young to gamble, but he had a bunch of money. So we would go to the casino together, and he would literally sit behind me and give me like tens of thousands. Like I lost $40,000, $50,000 playing blackjack, but like I was playing with his money, and I was like 23, and maybe that's the reason I hate gambling, because at the time I didn't have any money, so like I was like, it's his money. He'd be like hit, and I'd be like, okay, and then like it was like $40,000 or $50,000. I don't remember exactly. It was gone in about 25 minutes. And I was like, dude, that is so much money. And I think that's part of the reason I'm like kind of disgusted with gambling, because that was like first experiences.
How about this, Robert? Instead of saying hot table, we'll just say on the right side of variance.
That's a good one.
Maybe you'll agree with that statement if you want to argue about semantics.
The right side of variance. That'd be like a good name for a boat.
Variance?
Or the right side of variance.
The right side of variance?
Yeah. There's a couple like in Chicago, because obviously there's a lot of like finance money. You'll find some boat names that are finance related. Pretty classic. You're like, yeah, that guy's a trader for sure.
That short's still looking nice there, Jack.
I know. I mean, I just want this ES off. I got 10
Where's
minutes.
Selma? She needs to know the Leo stat played out today.
She was here earlier.
Think you could do this to me?
Yep.
Got the IB extension level down there at 363. Maybe we can work down and tap that extension level on IB. Jack, are you just letting this thing just run into close, or do you have
Yeah, I mean, as we get within the last 10 minutes, I'm going to start moving some stops down and just whichever way it jams, I'm I don't know. Kind of came right. We did take out that low of Friday in the ES and did not get much through it. So there's that level is like 52s and we're up at 59s now. So just swept that Friday low in the ES. Found some buyers, but I don't know. Just same thing as before. That's just one bar of buying. I don't think we're going to get anything continuing too hard past that, but not a surprise to see some profit taking on shorts after finally getting a move down after 2.5 hours of sideways movement. We'll just see what we do in the close here. I'm going to move my stop down to 80s in NASDAQ. And yes, I'll do 67, 66.
Wow, another strong bid above 400. IB low sitting at 488. Looking like we might go back up to IB low here. What do you think about it? Honestly, it wouldn't be shocking because we consolidated that entire range there for how long now? Like since pretty much the lunch hour, the little 11 o'clock Central Time till now.
I mean, they hit the Leo stat in reverse. So, I mean, I don't know.
Leo stat goated. We got 5 minutes till MOCs. Be interesting to see what Asia does tonight. I would imagine it's going to be like super slow, considering that CPI comes out tomorrow morning. I wouldn't be surprised to see Asia just chop around.
Yeah, I might place some just limit orders though, just nothing that I'm gonna actively trade. But yeah, I bet we pick up around 4 a.m. But yeah, Asia's slow. Start getting some speculation going into the number. So if anybody wants to wake up at 4 a.m., I will not be there.
I'm gonna be sleeping at 4 a.m.
It's usually what I like to do too.
Golly, you get on like YouTube and it's just nothing but people reacting to Conor McGregor busting his knee out. It's all over YouTube, all over Twitter. Chad, do you think Conor returns?
No,
Do you think he's
I
done?
don't think they'll let him fight again.
It's totally done. He'll do one of those exhibitions like Mayweather does when he runs out of money.
I don't think Conor will run out of money. That dude he doesn't need to fight again. He hasn't.
Yeah, but if he gets $40 million to show up and box somebody for 25 minutes, what do you think? Who cares? Who says they don't need money when they got $40 million to box for 25 minutes?
That's true. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Floyd needs money, that's for sure.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, he's going broke.
Oh, is he really?
I'm not. What doesn't surprise me, by the way, you see that guy, the way he spends. But who's he fighting? He's fighting somebody again.
What are we saying here? 75% says no. Oh, only 18 votes. Chat, come on. Put your vote in. Too weak, too old to repair. Yeah, I think it's that, and then I don't think anybody's going to want to take a risk on promoting a fight where, it could disappoint a lot of the audience if he falls apart in the first minute.
Yeah.
Netflix will.
Netflix will. Good point.
Just give him a few years,
Yeah.
They'll broadcast it.
Yeah. They'll let him fight, someone older than him.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson and Conor McGregor.
How old is McGregor? Is 37?
That fight was brutal, by the way. The Mike Tyson, Jack, what's his name? Jake?
Attention
Jake?
traders.
Jake Paul.
It's algo time.
Yeah.
That was just, I felt sad a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's like watching your dad get hit.
Yeah.
Here we go. Gonna stop me out here.
MOCs.
Just got taken out of my final in the NQ, but
Nice trade.
actually, yeah, thank you. My system actually automatically placed another short above at 29,530. So I may actually just take that if we get that.
Taking NASDAQ right back to I below off those MOCs. 488.
I'm tempted to short this 96 here, but I'll wait till Asia. I'll short 29,530 in Asia here in the NQ, just for a potential continuation lower back into that area we have broken down and out of. I have my limit there, but I'm going to carry that into the next session.
Move back to 500.
Yeah, if we had more time, I'd be selling this level right here. I'm like so tempted to. But we only got 8 minutes left. I'm just going to close out of this ES. All right, Joey. Play the Joey Everybody Making Money remix.
Cue it up because we all making money.
We're a boring session, everybody making money.
Let's go.
That's what
Everybody
we do here.
making money. Money. Everybody making money. Everybody making money. Everybody making money.
Quit playing games and just quit playing games and just quit playing games and just drop.
It's my money and I need it now. It's my money and I need it now.
Looking
Let's
for
go.
the homes in all the right places.
Everybody making money.
I'm gonna have a seizure watching this YouTube. My screen was brighter, I would. Oh, I feel like I'm in these lights are so bright behind me. I feel like I'm in a school.
We have another poll up. Which of these traders would last longest in the ring with Conor McGregor? Joey, Leo, Jack.
I'm going with Leo, dude. I'm not.
Leo, a big dude.
Leo's got the size advantage, and I think that matters. Leo, how tall are you?
6'2".
Oh yeah. I'll take Leo's. Even though I think we probably all weigh more than McGregor. What's he weigh in at? Like
Like
160?
130,
Oh,
140.
130? Yeah.
None of you. He's got the
Yeah.
dad strength multiplier.
He's 170?
170. Okay.
Yeah, 170.
Okay, wow. Well, there's that 500, Joey. I was so tempted to sell it, dude. I was literally about to put. I was like, oh, there's not enough time. There's not enough time. Still reacted nice at 500s.
Yeah, I did. Nice reaction off that.
He's juicing for sure. That's all I know. Or at least he was at one point. He was juiced up. His head shape changed.
His Roadhouse era. Yeah.
Yep. That's the last fight he won. In a movie. He died in the movie, yeah. It was actually a pretty entertaining movie. Yeah, I think we're getting down. I don't know. If I were to guess, if we get a continuation tomorrow, we're getting down to like 29,220 area at least. Kind of my anticipation.
Candle Nerd sounds good. Have it going.
Candle Nerds, what?
Yeah, Candle Nerd just said enough for me today. See y'all
I
tomorrow.
thought you were talking about like candle nerds, as in like people that trade price action or something.
No, no. I'm a candle nerd. What do you mean?
I love a good candle. What's your favorite scent?
Oh,
Did you just really ask him what his favorite scent is?
I did.
I like
we want to know, Leo.
Cherry wood. I was gonna go with something more X-rated, but I didn't want to bring that to the show.
Notice how Joey is silent during this conversation.
I don't know. Well, I like candles. I've had candles. I don't know what my favorite scent is, though. I have to think about that one. Ocean breeze. We'll just say that. Is that a scent?
Oh my god, what a fucking cop out.
Yeah.
At the risk of sounding like a boomer right now, dudes, what are you talking about?
Bergamot actually is good.
Hey, you're not a scent head, Jim. Jim
I would
likes
never
to
talk
smell
about it in front of other
gin.
people.
Gin and olives.
There we go.
Gin
There
and
we go.
olives.
The scent of pine. Now we're talking. Oh man, oh man. So who's left in trades here? We got Jack still in a trade?
I'm out.
No, I just closed out of my shorts. I've been holding this entire time.
Think we're all flat.
You got some orders floating around.
I got an order of 29,530, which I will take in Asia. But honestly, if it trades here into the close, I'll probably take it for like a 30 point scalp if I can get it. But yeah, I'm going to keep that till Asia.
All right. Well, it'd be interesting tonight. You guys were talking about the Asian session, overnight session. I mean, we have that CPI could be a big freaking deal tomorrow. It might not be, but it could be. And if it is, folks might not want to front run that. They might want to wait.
Yeah. We'll still get a little movement. I don't think we're going to get anything major, but
Yeah. Well, you got crude pretty much closing at its highs. Bonds pretty much closing at its lows. We've been talking about this all day long. Equities trying to make a feeble retracement back up that last 30 minutes, but I'm not buying it. Gold at 4,000 again. Bitcoin still at 62,000. Anyway, tomorrow will be interesting. See where we close here. There we go. 29,460 in the bank. Well, great job, you guys, as usual. Let's give these guys a round of applause, please. Tomorrow, by the way, we do have a special guest with us tomorrow morning. We do have Craig Buick from the CME Group, and the topic is going to be single stock futures. So it's going to be exciting. Come with some questions
Tomorrow
for
morning?
Craig. Yeah.
Nice.
Then T-Trades is going to be here for Tape Talk. Merritt Black and Christian, they're going to be trading some jabs, as they always do. When they trade the open together, it'll be a lot of fun. Jack, you're coming back with Stowe for midday markets. Looking forward to that. Trading the close, XYZ. Joey's coming back, trading the close tomorrow afternoon. And Selma will be together for a great trio of traders. So tomorrow we have a big day. I do want to remind everybody also a couple special events. Wednesday, Retail Therapy, 4 p.m. to 5 with Jared Tendler. There he is. He's going to be working with a couple of traders on retail therapy stuff. Also, probably he usually takes a couple questions at the end. So if you could pop into the chat, that would be awesome. And then lastly, but not leastly, we'll be talking about this more. Develop Your Edge, 4 p.m. to 5 Thursday with Nick for a Tick. We're looking for that. We're looking forward to that with Nick. That's going to be super awesome. Again, bring your questions if you could stick around after the bell for both Wednesday and Thursday. It'll be pretty awesome. All right. Well, again, thank you, gentlemen. You guys were awesome as usual. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody who's listening, and the folks in the chat, and the people that are the most important members of the NinjaTrader Live community. Thank you for the subscriptions and the thumbs up. It means a lot to me. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Remember, most important message of the day, please be safe out there. Be good to each other. We will see you soon.
See you, chat.
Good chat. Later, guys. Good to see you guys. Take care.